Hello. And we're live. So, yeah, I barely made it on time. I I was gonna sell my old CPU today, and I was practicing for a gig, and I had forgot my phone on silent. And so this guy was coming to my door, and he called me a few times. Uh, I didn't answer because my phone was on silent. I realized like half an hour later he had already left. So I was like, shit, we need to, I need to make it up for him. So I took my bike and I rode half an hour to deliver the CPU to his house. And so that's what I just did. I barely came back on time to start this scheduled stream. So here we are. I hope the sound is. So here we are. I hope the sound is. Yeah, I hope the sound is synced well. It looked fine just now that I checked the preview. So yeah, I also just upgraded to Windows 11. Ask me anything. The only thing I don't like so far is that there's less customizability options regarding the taskbar, which is a bit annoying. Because it's huge by default. So yeah, that's weird. My new CPU is AMD Ryzen 5 3600. That's what I got. I bought it used. It's just a small upgrade from my previous one, which was a Ryzen 5 1600 or like 1600. But that one wasn't compatible with Windows 11. I mean, it would have been possible, but it wouldn't have been supported. So I decided to make a small upgrade to be able to upgrade my operating system, because I had some problems, like some lag and stuff, and I wasn't sure. Like, I thought maybe, installing a new OS would fix it. And actually, I haven't had the same problems after that. So yeah. And it's been working fine, I guess. 3700X, which, a Ryzen 5, I assume. Yeah, so that's like, is that a Ryzen 5 or is that a Ryzen 7? Ryzen something else? Yeah. Hello, Thumela. Yeah, Microsoft has their weird ways. I mean, I don't really see many benefits to Windows 11, but I just thought it feels fresh to upgrade. 3800 XT sounds good too. So now I have the 3600, which is, yeah. I mean, I didn't usually have any lag problems with my music projects. I mean, maybe the ones that started being close to finished, and then I decided to record something, I had to turn off a lot of effects. So yeah, those were maybe there will be less of that now, but I guess, I just felt like doing a small upgrade to test if that would fix some of my issues and also allow me to upgrade the OS at the same time, because I knew it would be inevitable to eventually upgrade anyway. So anyway, it's good to be back on stream. So I released a new track. Well, it's sort of an old track. Yeah, you guys already realized that it's the one that I was streaming when I was streaming when I was creating it last year, and it got put up back in the shelf or in the drawer for some time, and I just decided, I'm just gonna, try to make the worst things about it a bit better, and then it's gonna have to be done. And I ended up kind of liking the track. It's not my favorite, but it's also, it's got some good stuff. Yeah, Neural DSP. I still have to get a hold of some of the Neural DSP plugins because I know they're great, but I've been managing with Guitar Rig so far. And Soothe, I use that, and it's definitely something you can't use while recording. But yeah, so hey, let's see if we got any submissions for giving some feedback. Actually, and I probably will. Oh well, there's a couple of ones by FL Step, and a couple more ones. And of course, if anybody has something to submit throughout this evening, feel free to do so. As long as I'm not just about to end the stream, because then it's gonna have to wait. Oh, that's really cool. Was it a product demo for Neural DSP? Oh, I mean, that's what I would assume, but yeah, but that's cool. I wish I could get some of their stuff for free too. Actually, I've been thinking about buying the Quad Cortex 14 Cali. Oh, nice. Yeah, Neural DSP. It's a Finnish company, actually. Or they're based in Finland. I think maybe... the guy behind it maybe is like... not Finnish. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But they make the like guitar plugins, and the Quad Cortex, it's a hardware sort of guitar pedal. It's very good for playing live. It's got a whole lot of... It's basically like the cutting edge technology for amp simulation. That's the word. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I gotta come and check you guys out next time you play live. Let me know when that is. And yeah, the Forge from Night lyrics. I'm wondering, I don't know if I'll make a lyric video, because it's like only a fourth of the song that contains any lyrics. But the lyrics, I have them at least in the description on Bandcamp, and also in the description on SoundCloud. I guess I can't really have them anywhere on Spotify, but they should be somewhere. I guess I have the link in the description right now where you can find all the links regarding the song. And if you go to the Bandcamp page, for example, the lyrics are there. Or my SoundCloud also. Yeah, a yearly gig. That's a good tradition. We only have 2 gigs this summer with Bela. But a bit more with the Maija Mannila trio, which, by the way, we just released the album, which I've been doing a lot of work on also. So check that out. If you Google Maija Mannila. She's my girlfriend, and she's also my musical partner. She plays in my band and I play in her band. And yeah, her first album just got released, so that's a pretty big thing. I hope it brings us forward. And yeah, stock plugins are optimized for sure. Hey, what do you guys think of my setup, by the way? I don't remember. I might have had it last time I streamed too, but I think my video quality looks pretty sick. Let me close the curtain just a little bit. Adjust the lighting. Is that better? We're getting some lens flares. That's cool. Yeah. Well, let's go with this. My girlfriend's song, yeah. Well, where do I find it? She didn't upload it to Bandcamp yet. I mean, it should be on... Do you have any, like, music streaming service? Because I think it should be on most of them. But... yeah, I'm gonna remind her to upload to Bandcamp, and I'll get back to you. Anyway, I think I'll... Oh, you're from Russia. Right. How's the situation in Russia? Where, like, are you affected by the Ukraine stuff? Maybe I shouldn't be going into politics, but I'm just curious, you know. Maybe you're writing a long response, so maybe I should start listening to some music already. So I'll start with yours, so we can... so I don't abandon the topic. Okay, well that's good for you, I guess. Yeah, I'll start from this. Oh yeah, I guess you finished this track. H Mister Step Up, FL Step Remix. Oh, I should probably use headphones now then. Also, I'm not sure if you hear this. Music listening. Okay. Yeah, actually, let me... Oh, I'm trying out the new... new snap layouts, just a second. Okay, that's a thing about Windows 11 that I like. Oh, this window is a bit big now, isn't it? Maybe I can make it smaller too. Yeah, that's more like it. So let's dive into it. I think you hear it. Takes me back to 2013. It's certainly quite loud, but maybe that's a good thing. Pretty nice sounding drums. Hi, Adam LX, or is it IX, or Adam X? How's it going? Nice chords. "25 hours of work." curious how the original sounds like. Yo, Wine Climb, how's it going? This is somehow really like Pokemon-y, this melody. Is this melody from the original? I guess so. This sounds like a build-up, even though it's sort of after the drop. Right, well, that's a good way to learn, I guess. Sounds good. I mean, of course, it's a bit funny always to, you know, give feedback to a finished track, but that piano, you could have the possibility of making that piano sound more realistic or organic, because it's very like sort of quantized, swingy, sort of artificially swingy. There's certainly a lot of melody in this track. I'm almost like wanting a contrast where there's more of the bass sounds, because they sound good too. You know, just pick your minor key. Nice. That ending was pretty natural. Yeah, like a tip for creating melodies like that. Oh, real piano, right? Well, I mean, if you have a MIDI keyboard, you know, you could just use the plugins. Of course, I mean, even though a piano recording sounds kind of bad, it can still be usable, you know? It can sound lo-fi, and that's cool. But I guess maybe, you know, then it's pretty important that the playing is good also. But a tip for creating melodies like that, just, you know, you pick your minor key that the song is in, and then use the minor pentatonic scale. That's just 5 notes. So let me use FL Studio SEO so you can hear it. FL keys. You can't see this now, but it's okay. Okay, so this is G minor. You can hear this, right? Yeah. Ah, sorry. That's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 notes, and then it starts over again. Sorry. So that's the minor pentatonic scale, and then that melody, you just add 1 note. So in G man, it would be 1/2 step up from the root. So and then let me just turn down the buffer size a little bit. Oh, ASIO, FL Studio ASIO can't go lower. And then you just create a melody. Using those those notes, and you'll get you can use almost any melody, and it'll sound good if you have that type of a chord progression. I hope that makes sense. Maybe I'll keep this open for later reference. Yeah, the minor scale without this, because I just noticed that that melody, that particular melody, wasn't using exactly those notes. You know, that type of stuff. And then all these notes, you can even play all these notes at the same time, and it sounds good. Just listen to this. And then I have all these. I wonder if I can play them all at the same time. Sorry, I added the 6th. That's what I was gonna say. Like, once you add the 6th, or the either one of the 6ths, you know, it becomes sort of like a strong statement. It's a really like strong color, but all these other notes, they work with any bass note in that scale also really well. You know. So there you already have like a bunch of chords that all basically have the same notes. It's just a different bass note. So yeah, so I know you. I know this is the secret formula, but the 3 most important chords. And then maybe if you feel adventurous. And if you feel really adventurous. That's something different. Okay, but hey, cool track. But yeah, that's good practice though. I mean, you're as long as you're doing it by ear, you're training your ear a lot. So yeah, and those types of realizations, you know, they're the type of things that your musicality and your musical knowledge build up on. It's like thousands of small realizations. Okay, so yeah, you're right. Like a flat 2 Lydian sound with a sharp 11. Was this the other one? I think it was. Oh yeah, no, this is the one. So if I leave out this note, then if it were just this, then it would be the same thing as the flat 1. Sorry, flat 2, major 7. But then I add, it's like a minor third. So I would call this a Lydian sharp 2, actually. So the scale. The scale, it's like the 6th degree. If you think about Lydian as the 6th degree of the minor scale, this would be the 6th degree of the harmonic minor scale. That's a cool sound. Yeah. So it's a bit like taking if you have the Lydian, and then you have the 7th chord, the dominant chord right below it. And then having both at the same time. I think that's a really cool sound. I like alternating between these two. It's so, yeah. I mean, I think you should always use your ear, but then if you learn to play an instrument and you learn to give things names, you know, and you want to communicate with others about it, that's when you need to know some theory. Yeah, and I mean, I'm studying jazz with a guitar as my main instrument in the Sibelius Academy in Helsinki, so... You know, I know these kinds of things and I can explain them, but I think you can make great music without knowing, you know, even if you don't know, you know, the difference between well, I can't say you don't need to know the difference between minor and major, but you don't need to know the names necessarily. But if you don't hear the difference, like then it's hard, because the thing is like, you should, yeah, you need to follow what sounds good, so you can make something that sounds good. Otherwise, you're painting while blind, you know. You don't hear what sounds good. But some things require a bit of getting used to, of course, like this. Wow, this is really weird with all this reverb. Maybe I should change this to a rose. And another cool sound, of course, if you haven't tried it, is just the Lydian Lydian augmented sound. So that's the 3rd degree of the melodic minor, or the jazz minor scale. So just the raised fifth. Forged from night. Oh yeah. Oh, glad to hear it. Yeah, I have to see if I find it somewhere. Let's listen a couple more feedback submissions before that, though. I can try to dig it up then. Yeah, you watched somebody stream playing harp? I think I've seen that girl too, maybe. Or did you just watch a video? Anyway, yeah. So, let's find the next submission. So this is time for Wind Climb. I don't know what to call this MP3. So this is just from the Discord. So I guess I can close this. And yeah, let me, or maybe I can. I don't know if I want to share my Discord screen. You can see all the servers I'm on. I don't know if it matters. Anyway, I'm just gonna play it. So this is Wind Climb. Good sounds. I don't really like that first chord though. There's some kinda nasty dissonance there, but it sounds really good. Are you into chat, Wind Climb? I think I saw you a while ago. Yo, Wind Climb, yeah. Those are some chunky drum sounds. Nice pentatonic run. The piano feels a bit sterile. Sterile, is that a word? Like it's playing really hard all the time with the same velocity. Oh, let me just comment about those. So let me just talk about those harmonies a little bit. So we got a B flat minor chord. Oops, what did I do? And that's the melody. And that's the harmony you put, I think. So it's just a fourth underneath all of them. I think it would sound better if you went. Ah, sorry. Maybe with a third. In this case. But, just because of the nature of the song, I think it. Or maybe. Maybe that would be also. Because if you think about it as the relative minor chord. So that's the kind of harmonization that I think works best. It's sort of like a gospel harmony recipe where you harmonize the melody. So if you think about it in the major key, so you have B flat minor, the relative major would be D flat major, right? Sorry. And then you have these two chords. You have the first degree major and the second degree minor. And then you have all the inversions of that. So so that's I think that's the, and you can do that with three voices also. So this chord is D flat major, E flat minor, and they're just triads. And then again, D flat major, E flat minor, D flat major, E flat minor, and I think that I went the whole thing now. So let's listen to it again. I don't know, for some reason that the harmony sort of struck me as a bit out there, you know. The lower harmony. Is this FL Keys? Or is this another plugin? Yeah, I feel in this part also that the Parney piano is what I'm trying to say. Sounds a bit sterile. So yeah, maybe like just trying to play. I mean, you can lift the volume and play the notes with a lower velocity. Key zone. Wait, isn't key zone like the... No, keyscape is what I'm thinking about. I don't know about key zone. Yeah, just different velocities, and so I think that could sound a bit more intimate and organic and nice. Let me listen to the melody and that chord. So here we have a situation where the melody doesn't really go with the chord. So the chords are nice. So you have B flat minor 7, and then what Mr. Zetela Music was talking about earlier. The flat 2 degree major 7 chord. So if you think about the scale for that chord, that would be Lydian. So we have this sound on the bottom, but you put a B in the... Sorry, you put a C in the melody is what I mean. It doesn't really fit. And I mean, yeah, sure, there are situations where it could work if you're trying to deliberately use it as an effect. like a chord like this. Yeah, but in this case, I think it passes by fast. But I noticed that that maybe you could change it to be instead of I think that would be better. Otherwise, sounds good. I think it would work with the soundscape of this song. I mean, you could think about swapping at least, especially in a part like this, swapping the piano sound out for some type of synth, like maybe some wop, like wop 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 wop. I think could be a nice vibe, but of course, piano works too, if that's what you want. And I like this dialogue that you have between the piano and the synth. Like maybe in that part that we just listened to, there could be another synth. And there was a lot of melodies going on, like at different times. There could work with another synth instead of the piano. It gets a bit, yeah, I don't know. Wait, hold on. Let me just try what Shinefish is saying. D flat. Second inversion. That's from the third, with third in the bass, right? Bass playing G flat under. Yeah, that's. Then we're in Lydian sound. Sorry. Is this what you meant? Yeah, that sounds nice. Yeah, for sure. A lot of breaks in this listening. But I like a lot of the, the drums and the sounds work really well. Like the mixing. Yeah, that harmony pops out to me again. So. Or actually. That's what I mean, yeah. The thing that I was talking about. So instead of. You go. So first there's thirds and then fourths. So we stay within the D flat major and E flat minor chords. Right. Maybe this clap could be a bit louder. It's pretty in the background, but Are there bird sounds in the song? Because I think I got birds chirping outside my window too. And I'm not sure. Yeah. Or is that bird sounds or just something else? Some other effect. Yeah. That was confused. I was like, oh yeah, now I can hear the birds outside. You got me there. But I think your mixing is really good. Let's check out that first chord. No, nah, nah. So, bo. So that's the chord you have. So maybe the problem isn't the melody note. It's that these two notes that become a tritone, we got C and G flat, they clash. So either you should change the melody note, or I think the melody works. You could just change that C to maybe to a D flat. That's not so dissonant. Or then you could go you know. But I think the melody works, but you can maybe just build a stack of fourths. If you know what I mean. Yeah, that's the thing that's sounds dissonant to me. Duh. Because if it were like a plain dominant 7th chord, flat 9 is what you have in the melody. But since it's a minor chord, or even it's really like a third inversion of, I mean, an inversion with the third in the bass of G flat major. So this is a situation where we have, it's basically, if you have the C in there, it becomes a D flat major 7th chord, and those chords really don't work with the sus4 in the melody. Because these two notes kind of clash. So either you change that, sorry, or change the melody, I mean, or change the major 7th. Okay, theory lesson over. Sorry, all producers who don't want to know about theory, but there it is. And that's why I think it. Well, I mean, I don't think it because of the theory, but I just try to explain it using the theory in case you don't see why it doesn't work. Which, I mean, I don't know if it makes sense, because if you don't hear it, then you don't hear it. But I hope it helps anyway. I mean, hopefully maybe you can, if you focus in on these notes and compare it to an option where you change the C to C sharp or D flat. That it sounds less dissonant. And I don't think you meant for it to be so dissonant necessarily. Because I think this song sounds cute. And dissonance isn't so cute. You know, now I sort of started getting used to it, but you know, it's maybe not a good thing. Anyway, sounds good. And I hope it's not too late for you to fix these things. So yeah, thanks for the submission, Wind Climb. And keep climbing those winds. I mean, wind, not wind climb. I don't know why I'm saying wind climb, right? Unless you talk about winding something up. Wind climb. Keep climbing those winds. Maybe I can open this curtain now. If it's less bright outside. There we go. I'm trying to get rid of the lens flare, but also trying to get some light in here. Sure, I'll be overexposed. It's fine. I've already exposed myself in the most inappropriate of ways. Okay, let's go to Setala. Wow, why is my voice not working today? I meant to say Setala, not Setala. Voice cracks of the millennium. Okay. Last Watch, version 0.82.mp3. Quartet intro part. Oh, well, I wonder what quartet it is now. Before listening to it, it could be a string quartet. It's probably a string quartet. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's a string quartet. Well, at least it's a real string quartet. Well, not too bad. Right, yeah, tuning. That's not fun. Sounds killing, man. Right. Drums and guitar and everything. I don't know why you're not signed to Spine Farm Records yet, or something. Oh, that church bell. Or tubular bell. Well, I'm not particularly noticing too much bass. But these headphones aren't especially bassy either. Maybe it's your new headphones that are the problem. Okay. Maybe. This is very Studio Ghibli. I think that sound somehow, I don't know what it is, but it really had that sort of Japanese anime sound. Of course, you know, orchestration sounds good. Guitar with loads of reverb and beautiful chords. No, what can go wrong? These are ATH M50. Yeah, ATH M50X. The sort of swell. I'll say it after. Thank you, Prano Roy. Right, yeah, I'll 4:45. Maybe I can speak in this break. So the only thing I noticed that maybe was like the sort of swell. Really, it was a really bassy swell, sort of transition before the orchestral part in the middle. Sound like maybe the bass was pushing it a bit too hard. Oh! What was that lick? Is this the Neural DSP plugins? I think the guitar sounds killing. Oh. Fading out into choir. Oh, the choir is also fading out. Wow. Yeah, man, I mean... I got nothing to say to you anymore. It's yeah, I think this stuff deserves, you know, as much as humanly possible, as much attention as possible. It's yeah, it's totally killing. I was gonna say about the strings, like maybe you could try to, I mean, you have reverb on it, but maybe you could try like a smaller sort of a room simulation, to make them blend in a bit better. what I like to do is use Fruity Convolver, and then there's this family room, for example, that I tend to put on certain sounds sometimes. It just like sort of pans it in a weird, like realistic way. Doesn't really pan it, but it just can give like a mono lead instrument, for example, a really sort of like, oh, it's in a room, you know. Is the IR like, is it the big reverb, or is it? Oh, you have, yeah, so you have some, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it can be exaggerated even more, but it feels like at least since the lead is panned quite far to the left, it feels like they're quite separate. Oh, right. Or of course you could, I mean, maybe you already did try blending it with your, I assume you had demo strings there, but maybe it didn't work so well blending them, or I don't know. Yeah, but I know the feeling, trying to polish a bad take. I've certainly done a lot of that. And it's, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to know when to keep trying to record better, or when it's a better idea to fix it in the mix, as they say. Okay, well, the guitar lead from your song, I don't know if you mean my song All the Same, or if you mean Setälä Music's song, but thanks. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna listen to my music right now. Right, oh yeah. I don't think I'm gonna listen to All the Same right now, because I think anyone can listen to it anytime they want anyway. But somebody asked if I can show the Forged from Night project. Let me just see if I can find it. It's a pretty old one. In my finished projects folder. Damn it. Or it's called completed projects. Forged from Night. Well, there it is. I don't know if it's gonna open properly because it's been a while. Date modified. Yeah, I'll try to open it. Let me just go take a piss real quick, and I'll be right back while the project loads. Okay, I'm back. And there seems to be a sample missing. Okay, we got some chat going on. Hang on. So my computer is a PC, yeah. I did upgrade to Windows 11 recently. It's been working fine so far. Only the lack of taskbar customization options bothers me. And black. Oh yeah, that's because I have my mouse on the wrong screen. No worries. Oh, you think the Blast from the Past songs are underrated? Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't see many benefits to Windows 11, but this window organization options are pretty handy. I've been using them right now when I'm streaming and looking at many windows, but Windows 10, it's a nice even number, you know? I think Windows 12 will be better. Again, tradition continues. So let's see, where could I... Did I just close Explorer? What? Well, it doesn't matter. I guess we can play it without that one sample. We'll manage. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on here. So I hope you can see everything just fine. Let me just try to maybe... Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't be able to cut out. Even it's unnecessary that they cut out. I mean, or I don't know, like, is it really, do the processors really have necessary technology for the security stuff, you know? Anyway, I guess I'll just start playing through and see. Is this the missing sample? Rim. I'll try to search for it in the browser. Man, if I were using the new beta, I hope you guys have noticed, but hey, thanks, Setala. Thanks for chiming in, and have a good week or something. Good weekend? Yeah, a good weekend. Yeah, I guess it didn't find any rim. FPC, let me see if I can find it. Packs, drums, snares, FPC. Was this really it? Could be. Who knows? Maybe. Okay, so we have my lead vocals and then Shradley, or he was called Umziky yet. No, not Umziky. Wobscure at the time. Background. Oh yeah, you can't hear it, sorry. Vox Sango recorder. Oh no, you can hear it because I'm still using the FL Studio ASIO. I'll just up the buffer length just in case it starts lagging. Yeah, the new I was gonna say the new beta, the big thing that we all been waiting for, freaking audio fades in the playlist, crossfades. Finally, it's so nice. I wish I could use it for the serious stuff, already, and there's just so much good stuff. What else? Well, you'll see. I mean, or you can check it out. I don't know what. Yeah, oh yeah, the browser. That's what I was talking about. The search function in the browser. It's just, yeah, like a proper search that lists all the things, all your searches, or all your results in a list, you know? Finally, you know. Anyway, let me just play this and see if I find something interesting. Let's look at the vocal processing, because why not? Of lies and expectation. So there's always vocoder playing the chord, controlled by the vocals. How many hours did this project take? Seriously? 89 hours. I didn't know that. Wow, this is such a long time ago. 2013. Good old times. Well, I haven't done gigs, you know, with this Umziky project. I've played gigs with my band, you know, in venues, pubs, restaurants, gig venues, you know. There's actually a lot of stuff going. Still sounds pretty good, you know. I've had sort of bad vibes about this track in a way. It was such a pain to finish, I think. Or it took so long. So it was like a collab and it just took so long to make it together. I know Savant, yeah. I've been listening to some of his stuff back in the day. Not for some time though. We just got guitar rig for the sound. It's quite simple. And some piano. A lot of channels used also. What's the piano from? Oh. And the acoustic guitar that's played by me. I wonder if I could have gotten signed to Monster Cat or something. A couple of weeks ago, I listened to old Monster Cat tunes that I listened to a lot, you know, back in the day. And I was like, wow, this really isn't even mixed that great, or like, well, maybe it was for those standards. I mean, I guess just like the general quality of music production has gone up so much in the last 10 years. Well, this music, Well, you can get it on my Bandcamp at least, if you want to download it. Yeah, it's on my Bandcamp. I'm just gonna give you the link. I can do that, right? Yeah. Yeah, my vocals sound okay too. Maybe I just gotten used to them, but I always, you know, I'm not a singer mainly, so I always kind of cringe a little bit when I try to sing if it doesn't work. But I guess, you know, since I have sort of a rock background, my vocals work well for, you know, heavy stuff like this, where you sing with a lot of power. So it kind of worked well in this track, I think. Wait, I need to listen to it again. Let's hear each instrument. Okay, I'll go in depth a little bit. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the vibes or the energy of a song doesn't directly correlate with the quality of the mixing or playing or whatever. Oh yeah, it's quite fun. Yeah, I guess, you know, I wanted some variation with this. Wanted some variation for this drop. And also the vibe is quite different. We have this dark sound. Or do I have just like a regular? Some dark sound. Or whatever this is. You know? Okay, so you want to hear some instruments. What part particularly are you interested in? We got a sub. It's just a sub. It's got some harmonics, you know. Let's maybe listen to the drums. Oh, the kick is going everywhere. Just some of my favorite samples that I've collected, I guess. Some real hi-hats from FPC. They don't even sound that good. I probably didn't have better libraries like that. Basic super saw from Harmer. Most really all these sounds come from Harmer. Actually. String ensemble demo. Oh, I think I need to update my stuff. Something's happened with my registrations on these libraries and stuff. Active. Anyway, let's not care about that now. Oops. Yeah, maybe let's listen to all the... I think there's some massive here also, yeah. Back in the day when people still used massive. Oh? Not a lot, apparently. Oh, actually not a lot. Are you talking about my my saw sound? Sauce sound. I don't know, it's just a saw wave with some unison, you know. FX. Well, the secret sauce, it's sound goodizer. No, but okay, so the bases. Let's talk about. Let's look at inside the drop pattern. I think something intricate like this is good to arrange in one pattern, because then you can see all these things and you can switch between them just by right-clicking. That's really handy. I wonder what else there's on these sounds. If I turn off the effects from this one, for example. Well, it becomes way too loud. There's some Maximus. What's it doing? It's just like on default. And then I guess by saturation, kind of limiting the sound. I think that mainly just makes it more silent. But I mean, it's basically the same sound already. Without the effects. Maybe the Maximus makes it a bit more chunky but with the compression. Brute limiter, I think that's just the side chaining. Let's listen to some of it. Sounds almost the same already in just straight out of Harmer. Let's see what's going on here. I think this... I used to watch a lot of Seamless R's. Seamless's tutorials. The R is silent. Where's the actual sound... growliness coming from? It's not the prism. It's not the phaser. Oh, I think it's the unison... harmonic unison pitch. This really gives a lot of character to some sounds. If I turn off the unison... it's about as basic as a sound gets. But then I have the unison. And the without the distortion sounds like this. So, you know, changing up that unison pitch, it makes certain frequencies move more than others. And gives this like chewy, throaty character. And then some, was it ribbon? Amount all the way. Yeah, it sounds... And then I like to make rhythm using the phaser with the thickness width all the way down. That means it's really wide. It doesn't mean it's... It means that there are less peaks, I guess. See if I pick this one that doesn't have the modulation. I'll turn down the speed. You look at the frequencies. When I turn the offset. You know, we can automate that to make good rhythms. And it's, I mean, this is basically super easy to do, this sound. You just adjust the harmonic unison pitch, add distortion, rhythm using the phaser. You got a chewy ass bass sound, you know. Band stop filtering, yeah, I mean, it becomes the same sound. Basically, I mean, this isn't a real phaser. It basically emulates what a phaser does, which is, it becomes like a comb filter, basically. Because Harmer, yeah, it's additive synthesis. I don't know, but it's harder to make these kind of things maybe using a band stop. Anyway. Let's listen to some more of the sounds. Many, I mean, these are all somewhat similar in how they... It's Harmer, it's the phaser, many of the times. Some type of unison to add some width. I listen to this without the unison. It sounds like this. How come the phaser doesn't even do anything? Oh, probably because... Yeah, now you hear it. Because if I distort everything... It just becomes a big sausage. You don't even hear the rhythm. Yeah. Apparently it's that easy. Pitch thickness mapping. Harmonic unison. Pitch. Yeah. And in this one it looks like this. Let's see. It just makes a dramatic difference in the sound. And just a little bit of panning, so we get some width, I guess. Now I've changed all the sounds, but I'm not gonna save this project. And then I make variations of the same sound, you know. I just have the lead sound. What is this? You know, a saw wave. Harmonizer. Distortion. Phaser. So we get some character, you know. I think this is based on a preset. Robot lead, Toby Emerson. What if we add some more pitch? I think I probably adjusted this preset quite a lot. Oh yeah, I put the vocodecs. Well, it just makes it sound a little bit organic. I'm not even doing anything. Sidechain and modulator. I mean, carrier and modulator both set to 0. Maybe it's a slight... just a little bit of sound goodizing at the same time. And for some reason, I guess this processing just gives it some organic vibes. So, you know, all these bass sounds are really pretty similar, but they got different rhythms, slightly different characters. What's that sound? This is one slightly more complicated one. Well, where I try to do some more complex processing, saving the bass from the chorus and the overdrive and everything. What does it sound like? Dry. Well, pretty close. But all this stuff, some choruses and distortion. Wow, Blood Overdrive. It's got a UI nowadays. And more distortion. Just gives them more dirt, you know. Well, shit, there goes the strings. all kinds of sound. Here's a pad sound. Pad sound using the same rhythm from the phaser. I mean, vocoders, it makes it more watery in this case, but I mean, it's a vocoder, so that's its main purpose, I guess. Oh, now the sounds don't work anymore. I need to reinstall my plugins or something because this, I think this had something to do with the Windows 11 installation. At these plugins, even though in Native Instruments Service Center it says they're activated, they somehow got deactivated, so that's annoying. Well, anyway, I hope you learned something. Let's see if there's any more submissions dropping in. Not anything so far. If there's anybody watching, you got something you're working on or anything, you can... there's still some time to post it on my Discord channel, which I hope you have joined. And I will listen to it right now. And if you don't feel like it, it's alright. We can do it next time. But I think... if you guys don't have any more questions, maybe... I don't know, maybe there's one song of my own that we can listen to. And check the first one. Oh, I thought it was the same tune you had. Yeah, let me listen. Yeah, sorry, I thought it was the same tune we already listened to. Okay. I think that bass sound could use some vocodecs, baby. It sounds pretty dry. That crash sound is very drum and machine. It's got a lot of like those mid frequencies. You know, it sounds very unrealistic. Maybe it's just a bit too loud also. Yeah, pretty good melodies, man. What do you use? Are these basses made with Harmor also, or? Nice, yeah. Oh, here we have our FPC drums. I think when you program real sounding drums, this snare is like way too soft. You gotta up the velocity so you get a good punch. And maybe give it some compression also. Game Boy sound effects. I still don't have Serum Man, so I take it you have it now. Would you recommend it? I feel like these bass sounds are a bit buried, you know, like the lead sound is maybe quite loud on top of everything, and the bass, if you had the bass louder, it would feel more powerful, maybe in the hits at least. I want to say one thing about this chord. Actually, the last chord. Well. Oh, now I closed FL Studio. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a rookie mistake. But it's good you realized it now about the lead. So that chord, when you have it doesn't sound so good to have the 7th in that chord, the 7th note, if you count up from the root of that chord. So let me show you what I mean. Let's just open like keys again. No. So we're in F minor. So you played, or you had this chord basically. This note sounds bad in this chord, I think. I think it should be more. So basically you don't have the... You don't have like a 4 chord in every chord. It could be like a 6th chord basically. If you know what that means. Just keep the same notes in the... I think this sounds like... I don't know how to explain it. It sounds like... dreadful. You know. Compared to... Like if you go... Compare that to... Or... Or if you want to keep the 7th, so this is the last chord. If you have the root, the root of the key, then you go down, and then this one that has the E flat in the bass. So you had this. but I think it would be better. Sorry. So not just this instead. Or if you want to keep this note, make it a sus13 chord. Because this is... It doesn't have the vibe that I think you're going for, because if you have these types of chord, you don't want that note is kind of ruining it. That's what I mean. It's kind of what we talked about earlier, because it's if you have the scale, if you have the, it's called the minor hexatonic scale. So the pentatonic, but you add the ninth. So it's same thing kind of goes for the chord. So okay, so sus13, it basically means, well, this is if you have a 13 chord. Well, no, the 6th is good, but just change the third, the major third of the chord, which would be the note G. Just change it to a G sharp. So instead of... So you could have... This is like... Yeah. It's more open, it's more fresh, while this is like... It sounds too diatonic, it has that... It's so... Yeah, it's just lame in a way, you know? Yeah, it's really... Yeah, it's got really like a classical sound. Sort of really boring. Dreadful. If you just go between these two chords, or you go... I don't know why. It hurts my soul, you know? But if I go... This is like, okay. Okay, you know, we're living in this world. When it's sus instead of just a dominant with the third. Or you could go and leave out the 7th. Just keep it a 6th chord. Seventh major triad. Do you mean a major 7th, or you could also change it to be you could change it to be a major 7th. So that's also, I think that's nicer. Sorry. It's like more jazzy in a way, but somehow just slightly, yeah, slightly more open, slightly more fresh. While this is like, okay, I have this sounds just like, okay, I have the minor scale and I harmonize it, but it's instead of, or, you know, I think that sounds nicer. Yeah, but just think about it, because it's like it's the kind of thing that I don't even know why. I guess it's just because that note goes far out of the. Sorry, not blues. Fuck. If you want your track to stay in this mood where you have the. No, not that. Where you have the sort of minor 9 sound without the sixth, then regardless of the bass note, you don't want to add in the. Now I'm talking about the sixth of the sort of a root scale of the key, the sixth of the key. You don't want to have it unless it's in the bass note. But then it's also good to avoid it in the melody still. Even though it's in the bass. Yeah. Yeah, so just think about that. Think about avoiding the D flat wherever you can, except the bass note. I think that in this track, I think that's what you might wanna. That's more the mood that I feel would work in this track. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, it's hard to explain. I'm also getting tired. Yeah. Okay, but I hope that helps. Anything else? But it's been nice. Yeah, so I released this track. It was an old track. Together We're Strong. It's out everywhere right now. You can have a listen. You can share it with your friends if you like it. If you don't like it, that's also fine. But it was also a bit of a blast from the past. Something I probably started on almost 10 years ago. But I'm glad to finally have got it finished. I've been working on it a little bit. Sporadically, is that the word? A little bit, and then leaving it for a couple of years almost, and then working on it a little bit more. So you can listen to that, and I've also been working on a new tune recently, which I hope I'll be able to finish and maybe release. If we're lucky, even this year, but maybe it'll be next year. But hopefully I'll see you guys on stream before then, and if you guys keep the server alive, keep up the discussions, share your music, submit your songs, maybe I can do streams more often. And yeah, thanks for joining, Shinefish. Shinefish, you had good input also, and I enjoyed this very much, and I hope you guys enjoy your summer or winter if you're in Australia or Africa. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. I'm gonna have a 3 gig spree. I don't know if you can call it a streak is what I'm looking for. Gigs on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And yeah. Hope I get to see you guys live someday also. So yeah. I should stop talking. I'm just gonna cue the ending, and I'll see you guys next time.